Господја Бушамауи, благодарам што го прифативте ова интервју, особено во денот во месецот на жената.
Thank you so much.
Вие сте млад економист, односно како млад економист, како жена која што успева да интегрира неколку фирми, доаѓате од една земја која што беше во поприлично голема криза. Тоа е Тунис, сите знаеме, целиот свет знае за таа Јасмин револуција, како е денес да се живее во Тунис, уште повеќе што вие, меѓу другото, за вашите активности добивте и Нобелова награда.
You know, Tunisia is also a young country. We got our independence in '56, and our economy is focused on tourism, on exporting phosphates, and in some different sectors, in aeronautic and automotive parts, and in agriculture. We don't have so many oil resources, but what is very important for us is our human capital, and all our energy is focused on this. In 2011 it was the revolution and the starting of the Arab Spring in the region, and now Tunisia is really a free and democratic country. We are now a free country, but we have some challenges, especially economic ones. We need, to provide jobs. We need to invest more, to create more jobs for young people, because they are looking for more dignity and for prosperity. It's not so easy, but we are in the right way of success in Tunisia.
Тешко ли беше да се работи во Тунис после револуцијата?
No, not at all, of course. Now it's easier to work in Tunisia. It's easier to invest in Tunisia because we have a better business environment, and we are managing so many, rules to decrease bureaucracy, and to avoid, corruption in Tunisia. I think it's easier.
Колку е тешко една жена од Тунис да го направи сето ова што вие го имате направено. Ова го потенцирам од Тунис намерно, затоа што барем ние од овој свет знаеме дека жената е малку помаргинализирана во тој дел од светот.
There is no difficulty because I am woman. For Tunisia, there is no difference between men and women. For us, what is the difference is how we can provide something for your country, how you can work to offer more prosperity for your country, to help your country. For us, Tunisian women got a special status, code status, and we have the same rights than men. So for me, as Tunisian women, I live and I work as a Tunisian citizen. We have the same difficulties as men. We have the same challenges as men. That's it.
По падот на диктатурата од 2011 година, Тунисот даваше впечаток на поприлично хаотична држава. Сепак вие за многу краток период успеавте да ги организирате сите тие општествени чинители. Како успеавте?
When in 14th of January 2011, when young people they went to the street, they asked for democracy, dignity, and jobs, and all Tunisians were together just to say no to dictature, and they were looking for more freedom in our country. But what was happened in 2013 when we got 2 political assassinations in Tunisia, people were shocked because we are not used with wars and with assassination. We choose as a civil society organization the way of dialogue, and we as members of the civil society we set up roadmap, and we invited political parties to be together, to sit together, and to find solution for Tunisia. Really, we changed Tunisia. We made Tunisia different, and people, they accepted us, and they trusted on us. So we dealt this national dialogue, and finally we got, democratic elections. We got a modern constitution, and now we are in the right way of a developed country.
Како се носите со епитетот на храбра жена, председателка на Стопанската комора на Тунис?
I am, I'm not, more courageous than others. I'm just a Tunisian woman. What I did, what I thought at this time, that I have to give something and to return something back to my country. What I did is simple, is how I can help my country, and I was still, last January I was president of Tunisian Confederation of Business Community, but now I'm not in this position, because for me I choose to stay just for one mandate and to leave my place to others.
Ова го прашав затоа што вие сте само една алка од оној квартет кој што ја добива Нобеловата награда за мир за 2015 година, и тоа во поприлично силна конкуренција.
Yes, of course, it's for me it's a big and a great honor to be Nobel Peace Prize laureate with my colleagues, and to represent Tunisia, and so everybody everywhere speaks about Tunisia. What we did is for our country, and I think it's so great. And I think the Nobel Committee chose the National Dialogue to be awarded is to give a simple message that democracy is possible in Arab world, freedom is possible in Arab world, and the only way to succeed is the dialogue. It's the message to choose dialogue, to resolve problem and to find solution to conflict problems.
Бидејќи сте во Македонија, колку имавте простор да дознаете нешто повеќе за Македонија, уште повеќе што и ви се додели оваа професорска титула?
I'm so proud to be here and thanks to the university, the Fawn University, for their invitation, and thanks to the founder of the university and director of the university and all the staff of the university that invited me here. It's my first visit to Macedonia. I am so glad to be here and to share my experience with the students and professors, and I hope I'll come back next time just to have more time to visit more to Macedonia and to discuss better with the business community.
Сосема за крај сакам да ве прашам, бидејќи како што споменав и на почетокот, месец на жената, како жена, што ќе им порачате на жените во Македонија, на жените од целиот свет?
I think as we represent, women everywhere, we represent the half of the population. We have to be present everywhere. We have to look for our rights. We have to be more present. We have to improve to everybody that we can succeed and we can be present in any decision position. Just we have to trust on ourselves, just to be confident on ourselves, and women everywhere are able to be different and to be more important. So let's try together, let's learn from our experiences, let's share our experiences to reinforce our position and to defend our rights.
Во ова време на глобализација, во време кога светот на некој начин е поделен на големи сили, како да успееме да го зачуваме мирот?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question. I don't know, but it's really it's a big problem for us how we can keep peace, how we can push people to live together peacefully and without regarding to our color, to our religion, to our. We need to be together, to accept differences, because the world is so big, so huge, so we can be together. And what we saw everywhere with arms and conflicts, it's I mean it's so upset, and we can lose so many people. So I think peaceful is the right way, and to have more prosperity, and to know each other better, and to understand each other better. And life is a mixture of so different things. So my advice is to make in our mind that peace is the best solution to terrorism. Peace is the best solution for terrorist people, and for dignity, and to have well world.